Welcome to the most exciting lesson at the Waits Academy Junior Sommelier course. Today, we are diving into the world of wine evaluation. Whether you are an aspiring sommelier or simply a wine enthusiast, this lesson will equip you with the techniques to properly evaluate and appreciate wine. So grab your glasses and let's get started. Our objective today is to introduce you to the techniques used in evaluating wine, including sight, smell, and taste. The first component of wine evaluation is sight. Pour a small amount of wine into your glass and take a close look. When we talk about evaluating the sight of wine, we are looking at its color, clarity, and viscosity. These visual characteristics can reveal valuable information about the wine's age, grape variety, production methods, quality, texture, and even alcohol content. Let's start with the color. The color of the wine can provide clues about its age and grape variety. For example, younger red wines tend to have a vibrant purplish hue, while older red wines tend to show more brick or garnet colors. White wines can range from pale straw or greenish tones in younger wines to deeper golden or amber shades in aged wines. By observing the color, you can make educated guess about the wine's maturity and potential flavor profile. Moving on to clarity. It serves as an indicator of quality. A clear wine generally suggests careful winemaking practices and proper filtration. On the other hand, a cloudy or hazy appearance may indicate a flaw or an issue with the wine, such as residual sediment or faulty production techniques. Assessing clarity helps us gauge the overall craftsmanship and attention to detail that went into making the wine. Finally, let's discuss viscosity. Viscosity refers to the texture or thickness of the wine, which can provide insights into its alcohol content and overall mouthfeel. Wines with higher alcohol levels tend to have a greater viscosity, leaving visible tears or legs that slowly drip down the glass after swirling. This can indicate a full-bodied wine with a richer texture. In contrast, wines with a lower alcohol content will appear lighter and less viscous. Evaluating viscosity can help us anticipate the wine's weight and mouth coating profiles. Remember, while these visual cues can offer valuable information about the wine, they are just the beginning of the evaluating process. The true essence of wine lies in its aromas and flavors. Now, let's delve into the captivating world of wine aromas and explore the second component of wine evaluation, smell. The sense of smell plays a crucial role in deciphering a wine's origin, grape variety, and production methods. By honing your ability to detect and interpret different aromas, you can uncover a wealth of information hidden within the glass. To begin, take a quick sniff of the wine upon pouring it into the glass. This initial impression is often referred to as the wine's aroma. Pay attention to the immediate scents that greet your nose. You may detect a range of fruity, floral, herbal, or even mineral notes. For example, in red wine, you might pick up aromas of ripe blackberries, cherries, or plums. White wines may exhibit scents of citrus fruits, green apples, or tropical nuances. These primary aromas give you a glimpse into the grape variety and the fruit characteristics of the wine. Now, give the glass a gentle swirl. This helps to aerate the wine and release more aromas, allowing them to evolve and become more pronounced. After swirling, take a deep, long sniff and explore the wine's bouquet. The bouquet refers to the complex layers of scents that arise from the wine beyond the initial fruity notes. Here, you might encounter secondary aromas that develop through the winemaking process. Oak aging can impart aromas of vanilla, caramel, or spices like a cinnamon or cloves. Extended bottle aging might lend intriguing hints of tobacco, leather, or earthiness. Each wine has its unique bouquet, offering a glimpse into its individual character and the choices made by the winemaker. When evaluating the smell of the wine, consider the intensity of the aromas. Some wines may have a subtle, delicate fragrance, while others may possess a more pronounced and robust bouquet. Intensity can be influenced by factors such as grape variety, winemaking techniques, and aging. The intensity of the aromas can provide insights into the wine's overall quality and age. As you become more familiar with different wines, you will develop the ability to identify and describe the various scents with greater precision. Remember, the world of wine aromas is vast and diverse. Practice and exposure to a wide range of wines will enhance your olfactory skills, allowing you to detect and appreciate the intricate nuances within each glass. In our next phase, we will move on to the final component of wine evaluation: taste. We will explore the flavors, textures, and balance that come alive on the palate. So let's continue our journey of discovering wine hidden treasures. Now we come to the exciting moment of tasting the wine, where we bring all of our senses together to explore the flavors, textures, and balance that unfold on our palate. As you take that sip, allow the wine to coat your mouth and take note of the multitude of sensations it brings. First and foremost, focus on the flavors you experience. Wines can exhibit a vast array of flavors, ranging from fruits and florals to spices and earthy elements. Let's imagine you have a glass of red wine in front of you. Upon sipping, you may discover a symphony of flavors such as ripe blackberries, juicy cherries, and plums. These fruit notes provide a glimpse into the grape variety and its inherent characteristics. Additionally, you might detect hints of floral essence, such as violet or rose petals, adding complexity to the wine's profile. Spices like black pepper, cinnamon, or cloves can also grace the palate, contributing layers of intrigue. And for those earthy undertones, you might encounter nuances of leather, tobacco, or even a touch of the forest floor. Each wine has its unique combination of flavors, creating an adventure for the taste buds. As you continue your tasting journey, consider the wine's sweetness, acidity, tannins, and body. The sweetness levels can range from bone dry to off-dry or even lusciously sweet, depending on the winemaking process and grape variety. The acidity of wine provides a refreshing and crisp sensation, balancing the sweetness and adding vibrancy to the overall taste experience. Tannins, mostly present in red wines, are responsible for dry, sometimes slightly bitter sensation that comes from the grape skins and seeds. These contribute to the wine's structure and can range from soft and velvety to bold and grippy. Finally, the body of the wine refers to its weight and texture in your mouth. Is it light-bodied and delicate, gliding effortlessly across your palate, or is it full-bodied and substantial, leaving a lingering presence? Pay attention to these elements as they contribute to the overall mouthfeel and enjoyment of the wine. As you taste the wine, make sure to jot down your observation in your notebook. Capture the flavors you detect, the level of sweetness, the acidity, tannins, and the body. Additionally, take note of any specific sensations of textures you experience. Does the wine feel smooth, velvety, or perhaps more grippy and astringent? By recording your impressions, you create a valuable resource for future reference and comparison. It's worth mentioning that the flavors and sensations in a wine can be incredibly diverse, influenced by factors such as grape variety, winemaking techniques, and aging. The possibilities are endless. As you continue to explore and test different wines, your ability to discern and articulate these flavors will further develop. As you continue your wine tasting journey, remember to include the evaluation of the finish in your assessment. Take note of the length, the flavors that linger, and the level of complexity. When evaluating the finish, pay attention to how long the flavors endure on your palate. Is it a brief moment, fading quickly, or does it linger gracefully, extending its presence? The length of the finish can vary from wine to wine, and it's often an indication of its quality and aging potential. A longer finish suggests a well-structured wine with layers of flavors that continue to evolve even after the initial sip. Flavors that remain. Are you left with a subtle hint of bitterness, reminiscent of dark chocolate or espresso? Does a touch of saltiness tantalize your taste buds, adding a savory element? Or perhaps there's a delicate sweetness that lingers, leaving a delightful impression. These flavors can provide further insight into the wine's character and its interplay with other taste components. Complexity in the finish is often a sign of a well-crafted and thoughtfully made wine, inviting you to explore its nuances further. As the flavors persist, you might notice a dance of multiple elements, showcasing the wine's intricate layers and harmonious composition. It could be a symphony of fruit, spice, earthiness, each note playing its part in creating a captivating experience. The evaluation of the finish adds an extra dimension to our understanding of the wine. By considering its length, the specific flavors that endure, and the complexity of display, we gain a deeper appreciation for the wine's overall structure and its ability to captivate our senses. Remember, wine evaluation is subjective. Everyone's experiences and preferences may vary. Embrace your palate and continue to explore new wines to expand your knowledge. To further refine your wine evaluation skills, we encourage you to read, test, and engage in discussions with others passionate about wine. The more you practice, the more you will develop your own unique perspective and preferences. So keep exploring and enjoy the journey of discovering the world of wine.